Let's move to Donald Trump, who could face a fourth indictment this week, this time in the state of Georgia. For more than 2 years now, Fulton County officials have been investigating the former president's efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. This all stems from the now infamous phone call where Mr. Trump pressured Georgia's Secretary of State into trying to find just enough votes for him to secure a presidential victory. CBS News' Nikole Killion is at the courthouse in Atlanta.
One by one, witnesses arrived at the Fulton County courthouse today as District Attorney Fani Willis moved quickly to present evidence to a grand jury about alleged interference in Georgia's 2020 election by former President Trump and his allies. Former Republican Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan testified a day earlier than expected. Former Democratic State Senator Jen Jordan also gave testimony. She attended a legislative hearing at the state capitol in December 2020 when Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani gave a presentation.
What raised a red flag to you?
So the whole idea that there were just ballots and cars being driven in and out and suitcases and people were trying to overthrow the election and how crazy. Everything they talked about that was abnormal to them could be explained away very simply in terms of how elections are run in Georgia.
You think there could be multiple indictments?
I think there'll be multiple defendants indicted.
Michael Moore is a former U.S. attorney and says Willis could pursue racketeering charges given the sprawling nature of the case.
You don't see it in the political arena, but here I think she's going to do that.
All right, Nikole Killion joins us now from Atlanta. First of all, Nikole, a little bit of a false alarm today. Newsrooms all over the country jumped for a second because they thought there was news here. What happened?
Yeah, well, this was something where, of course, as you know, this is a court case that does have a lot of anticipation in terms of this grand jury reaching a charging decision. And so sometime around midday, a news organization reported that charges had been filed against the former president. That post was later retracted, and we did get a statement from the Fulton County Clerk's office saying that it was erroneous and that, unless a case is assigned a particular case number, that really journalists who are monitoring this case should not follow anything else but what comes officially out of the Fulton County Clerk's office. That being said, there is a lot of criticism to what happened, particularly from the former president's legal team and his allies. The former president's legal team put out a statement saying that they believe that this was not just an administrative mistake, and they believe that this could be a sign, in their view, that the district attorney in Fulton County may be compromising the integrity of this investigation. Furthermore, other allies have suggested, for instance, calling the governor's office and kind of railing against this erroneous report coming out prematurely. But that being said, we have been monitoring the developments minute by minute as various witnesses have come forward. One thing we have noticed is that these proceedings appear to be operating more quickly than expected, simply because some witnesses who were due to testify tomorrow actually ended up showing up today, including former Georgia Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan. So because of that, there is a lot of speculation about whether or not some type of charging decision could come sooner rather than later. One thing I can tell you, Jim, is that thus far, the judge presiding over this case has not left the courthouse yet.
All right, so let me just ask you, Nikole, about the Fulton County's DA's options here, because Donald Trump could be pursued under RICO law, the racketeering law. That's commonly used against organized crime. So help us out here in understanding how and why could RICO laws be applied here in the state of Georgia?
Well, one thing that we have heard from a number of legal experts here in the state is that it really is a tool for prosecutors. It enables them to tie a sprawling case like this together with a narrative, because you really just need two charges to basically move forward with any type of racketeering charge, where then you can encompass, it's almost kind of like an umbrella charge that can encompass multiple what's called predicate acts, if you will. So that being said, it is, given the nature of this case, given that there could be multiple defendants, it is a way to kind of succinctly tie everything together for the prosecutor. It's also a tactic that the DA, Fani Willis, has used before in other big cases. Jim.
All right, Nikole Killion for us in Atlanta in the start of what could be a very busy week. Nikole, thank you so much.